Hi, I'm Cookie, and if I fall asleep during this, just poke the screen with a stick. A 4-person game, I see. What do you say we put our hair down and just go nuts? Let's do this. This is round 1. You'll get 500 points for everyone you fool, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's your first question. Russian President Vladimir Putin released a DVD in 2008 called Let's Learn Blank with Vladimir Putin. Now, use your device to enter a bluff that you think will fool the other players into thinking it's true. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the Lie For Me button and get a suggestion. Do it now! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and touch it on your device. All right, let's see what everybody picked. Step 1, remove your shirt. And we're done. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. In 2014, Lisa McIntyre received a Bank of America credit card offer, but the letter surprisingly addressed her as Lisa Blank McIntyre. Enter your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Let's see what everybody selected. Well, you guys blew it. And somewhere out there, the real Lisa is a slut, is still waiting for her credit card. And nobody fell for this one. Time to pick a category. It's not hard. You know what? We'll just stick with this one. Okay, here's the question. Argentine horned frog tadpoles have the unusual ability to blank. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion. All right, where's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. And now the soothing sounds of nature.
Ah! 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 Ah!
And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies. Now it's round 2, where all point values are doubled. Let's do it. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. As part of an unusual special promotion in 2007, Baseball Card Manager Topps inserted blank into 3 regular packs of baseball cards. Enter your lies now. Hurry, hit the lie for me. Okay, here are your choices. Okay, what did everyone pick? And the rest of the board goes unselected. Select a category. No, that's okay, I've got it. Okay, here's the question. A condiment popular in the Philippines is blank flavored ketchup. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of it. Okay, which one's the truth? All right, who picked what? And look what we have here. And nobody picked the other lies up there. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. In 1989, a special edition of the Mitsubishi Minica was produced. The car included a liftgate, and it was oddly named the Mitsubishi Minica blank. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. Welcome to the final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. The unusual things that reportedly rained down from the sky over Salta Province, Argentina on April 6th, 2007. Type in your lies now. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. Okay, let's take a look. Let me guess, the local weatherman didn't predict it. Typical. And that means some of these didn't get picked.
Startup game activation is live. Okay, we're on.
Could we get one of the writers in here for some more pre-show announcements? I feel like I've said some of these a couple times already.
So I realize I've forgotten my bag, and I go back into the office to get it. And there they are, all the security guards, dressed up like us, shouting our catchphrases.
Penelope, do you think that that's how your costume is supposed to look? Really, you do?
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. If somebody had told me I'd be spending time here with you four, I would not have believed it. Handle those screws carefully. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And our wrong answer of the game is sponsored by
The San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. Hang on tight, we're in for a ride.
Get ready, time for question one.
To get started, Bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Player 4. Ooh, ouch. Players 1, 2, and 3. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it's all.
Coming up next, his acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages, the McCona Industrial Age, the McCona Middle Ages, or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Time's a-wasting. Player 2. All wrong. Players 1, 3, and 4. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
It's time for Brought to you by the letter Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Player 4, you there? Player 4? I think you know it's coming. Player 2? Players 1 and 3? Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! You each just earned yourselves an extra $1,000 for that one. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Here we have Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 1, who are you gonna screw? Player 3, you're getting screwed. You got 5 seconds. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college. Player 1, you are now the screwee. Next up, the man in the backwards yellow hat. And it's a dis or dat. Player 4? Looks like you've got some catching up to do. This dis or dat is all yours. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. The rest of you ought to pay attention. Choose an answer before Player 4, and if Player 4 gets it wrong, I'll split the cash among everyone who got it right. Alrighty then, here it comes. Peed in a muff. Forget George, I'm curious how someone could do this badly. think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That's round one, and player one is ahead. But there's more trivia to come. Don't forget, all the questions in round two are worth double. And keep in mind, our wrong answer to the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Now get out there and make me... This one's called Dumber and Dumberer 2. So there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Time is short. Players 3 and 4. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Player 2. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Player 1. No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won! The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game is worth a whopping $8,000. Enjoy.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Why not try? Let it go, let it go, let it go! At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees... Player 2, who's gonna get that screw? If you're gonna threaten to screw someone, you gotta act on it. Okay, can we try this again, please? Players 1 and 3? You may not know how temperatures work. Player 4? 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah blah blah, he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
And now, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 3, the clock. Players 2, 3, and 4. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Player 1. That answer has a hole in it. Take a good look at Wine or Lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington... Player 4, where are you putting that screw? You can't just leave your screw hanging out in the breeze like that. We'll try not to... Good effort. Good effort. Player 2. Allow me. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Pucker up for. I want to lick and roll all night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about 10 inches deep, about 20 inches deep, or about 30 inches deep? Player 1. Players 2 and 3. I think at that point it would practically be coming out the other end. Player 4. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Step right. Oh, you know all about the attack. Lovely. Here's your clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Four's on top! Player 4, did you aspire to win with a negative score? Was that something you were shooting for? Did you start your day saying, gee, I hope I can do something really underwhelming and embarrassing today? Or is that just par for the course for you? Maybe tomorrow you should tell yourself, you don't